Here's a simple, easy to use calculator that takes all the hard work out of getting to that short list of tankless water heaters that are right for you. The first piece of information you'll need to enter is what fuel you want to use to heat the water. You can use electricity, gas, or propane. If you've done some investigation already, you know that 120 volt heaters aren't really meant to heat water for a whole household, but there are plenty of electric heaters that use higher voltage and do a great job. In this example, we've got a house that has natural gas, but we also want to consider electric heaters too. So let's check the higher voltage electric and natural gas. Next, you'll need to enter how many of the appliances listed will you be running at the same time. When does your hot water tend to run out? For a lot of families, it's when two people are taking showers at the same time. If that's the case in your home, just type in the number 2 into the box for the shower and leave the other ones blank. Of course, if you know you're going to be using more appliances at the same time, go ahead and put them in. Next, enter the temperature of the hot water you want coming out of the faucet. For most homes, 120 degrees Fahrenheit is adequate. If you want hotter water, you can enter a higher temperature. In this case, I'm going to enter a lower temperature of 115. That reduces the chance that someone can be hurt by water that's too hot. Next, enter the temperature of the water that will be coming into the water heater during the coldest month of the year. If you know what it is, just enter it into this box. The incoming water temperature is not something a lot of people know though, so there's another way to get the temperature. Just enter your zip code here and the calculator will look it up for you. I'm entering the zip code for Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, now that you've entered in all the information, all you have to do is click on the button that says what water heaters are best for me. The calculator goes to work and down here it tells you how it did its calculations. But the best part is it gives you several choices for tankless water heaters that will work for you. Let's take a look at some of the water heaters the calculator came up with. They're grouped by the fuel options I chose. If I just mouse over one of the products, I get this little box with a link to a full product listing. They're all sold on Amazon.com, so they're generally about the best prices on the internet. The first choice is barely adequate for our example household. Barely adequate means that the output of this water heater is a little less than the biggest demand your household might ever have. It explains that if you're willing to make some adjustments, like doing one less thing at a time on cold mornings, then you can save some money in the initial purchase. And in the worst case, you'll only have to deal with water that's lukewarm. A tankless water heater doesn't suddenly run out, leaving you at the mercy of the incoming water temperature. Remember that if you go with a model that's a little underpowered like this, it probably is only going to matter when it's the coldest part of the year and you're using the maximum amount of hot water. Here's another one that's barely adequate. Another. And then we have two heaters that are perfectly sized for our example household. The final choice is more capacity than is needed. Here it says that even though the higher capacity heaters cost more initially, they're worth considering because they're usually more efficient and cost less to operate. Just like Goldilocks porridge, they come in a little too cold, a little too hot, and sometimes just right. But there are reasons to consider all the models listed. So there you have it. Just enter 4 pieces of information and the calculator will come up with several choices for you. And if you want to buy a tankless water heater at a discount, you can simply buy it through Amazon.com by clicking on the link associated with each heater. Try it. Find the perfect tankless water heater for you. The address is comparetanklessheaters.com. Thanks.